Hi there, students. Sop, S-O-P, sop. A sop, a countable noun. To sop, normally to sop up as a verb. Soppy as an adjective. And then sopping, which is both an adjective and an adverb. Okay, I think I'm going to do these in order of the ones that you're going to find most commonly. I think probably the commonest one is the adjective soppy, which means something that shows too much emotion, too much love. So the end of the film was really soppy. People are really soppy about their pets. Yeah? Come on, don't be so soppy. Yeah, don't be so emotional. Be a bit braver. Yeah, it was a really soppy story. Okay, so soppy, self-indulgently sentimental. Yeah, he's in love and he's walking around with a soppy smile on his face. Yeah, he always looks at babies soppily. There you go, an adverb as well. So if you describe something as soppy, they're being sentimental, over sentimental. Yeah, he's always on the phone to his girlfriend being soppy, slushy soft. Okay, sopping, soaked, completely wet, particularly the collocation sopping wet. I'm absolutely sopping wet. Or you can just say I'm sopping, I'm soaked. I went out without an umbrella and I'm sopping. The window was open and the wind's blown the rain in and the floor is sopping. Yeah, the floor is sopping wet because the washing machine's got a leak. Okay, so sopping, covered in water. Yeah, it's extremely wet. My clothes were sopping. Yeah, I'm going to have to dry them out. Okay, to sop up, to absorb. So, could I have a piece of bread to sop up this delicious sauce? To sop up, to absorb. Okay, you could also say, could I have a piece of bread to sop this sauce? But I think that probably sounds a bit more old-fashioned. I think today we'd use the word to sop. Okay, so now let's go to the word sopped itself as a noun. Okay, a sop, something that is extremely wet. Yeah, so the bread that you put into this is just sops. Yeah, they're just sops of bread in it. A piece of solid food that's going to be soaked in a liquid. Yeah, sops that you're going to put in your soup, perhaps. Okay, a sop, something done or given to pacify. So he gave the beggar some money as a sop to his conscience. Many of the things that the government do are sops to pacify the population. Yeah, these are sops to make them appear that they are in control. Okay, so a sop, a concession or a bribe to placate somebody, to mollify somebody. He gave her a bunch of flowers as a sop to her feelings. Okay, so something offered to conciliate, to make things better, to pacify something. Yeah, a concession, but not something real, not something that's very good. Yeah. Let's see. He offered the child a sweet as a sop to stop it crying. Yeah, effectively a bribe. And then a sops to dip into your food as well. A sop can also be a weak person, somebody who's easily frightened or very ineffectual. He's such a sop, he just won't face up to her. Yeah. Okay, so sop, don't be so soppy, because we also use soppy meaning weak and ineffectual. He said that his little brother was too soppy to do the things that big boys did. Okay, and then to sop, to dip in a liquid, or to soak or be soaked in a liquid, particularly as I said, sop up. Also, actually, while we're at it, SOP, as in the initials, SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, yeah, or a statement of principles in accounting as well. Okay, so, and that effectively is the word SOP. So let's go through these meanings again, because there are lots of them. Okay, so if something is soppy, it's over sentimental. It's slushy. Yeah. He was all soppy with the puppy. Yeah, his soppy, sentimental, slushy behaviour. Yeah, a soppy. There's a soppy smile on his face. Also, you can actually use soppy, meaning soaking wet. My clothes are soppy because they're sopping wet, soaked, sopping. Yeah, the floor's sopping. These things are sopping. Yeah, absolutely soaked, full of water. And then to sop up, to absorb. Can I have a mop to sop up? Mop, sop. These two words are clearly related. To sop up the water on the floor. Yeah? Some bread to sop up this delicious sauce. A sop. Something offered to pacify someone. A bribe. A something to pacify. Yeah, he made lots of pleasant comments as sops to his boss. Yeah, I think he really wants a promotion. Um, okay, sop. Wow, now I'm starting to get lost. Yeah, a piece of food that's going to be soaked, or something that's entirely wet. A sop, a milksop, somebody weak, easily frightened and ineffectual. Oh, don't be such a soppy sop, yeah? Okay, don't be so soppy. Okay, so next question, formality. Soppy, 5 out of 10, use anywhere. Sopping, I'm sopping wet. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. I wouldn't use sopping in something very formal, but everywhere else, yes. To sop up, to absorb, I think 5 in formality. Use absolutely anywhere. A sop to pacify someone. 5 out of 10, use anywhere. Maybe a little bit literary and old-fashioned, but would sound fine anywhere. A sop, a piece of food to be soaked. I think this is really rather old-fashioned. I think I'm going to give it a 6 in formality. Put some sops in the food. No, I wouldn't use it, but that meaning very, very informally. He's a sop. I think I would give this 4.5 again. I'm not sure I would use it in something very formal. He's a soppy sop. Just don't use it for something very formal. Okay, so that's formality. So what about the origin? Well, there's an Old English word sopper, meaning bread that's soaked in some sort of gravy or liquid. From Proto-Germanic supo, which really comes from this word to sup, to eat, and is clearly related to the word soup as well. Soup and sop are clearly related, yeah? So, enough. Please give me a rating. That would be a sop to placate me. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Sop, soppy, sopping, and sop up.